last time, time to start. So last time, you all decided, hey, we're going to travel back from the area that you found the guys in that went off with the booze. You then followed them to the hideout, which was Mander's Cave. And after following them, you decided to go back to a Destiny. You went back to a Destiny. You just arrived in the town. What do you want to do?
We're going to go report in.
Okay. So I'll give you the owlbear link. So you report into Porkpile, and he says to you, "Well, it seems you came back all right. So how did it go?"
Well, we met with them. Found out kind of what they're doing, a little bit about what they're doing, and tracked down their headquarters.
Good, good. And just seal the cave up?
Well, they weren't. We weren't really able to get into their hideout to do that yet. We wanted to let you know what was going on first. We're going to have to figure out some more preparations and do some other things before we can try to deal with that. We did meet a rather interesting fellow.
Oh, and who
So,
was he?
yeah, the big guy in power armor.
His jaw kind of drops as he looks at you wide-eyed. You. What did he look like?
I described him to him. It's definitely the one that was here. We talked to him. He seems to like this town, and he likes the fact that we're helping you.
He also fired his gun at us.
Well, he's a bit of a wasteland crazy now, ain't he?
Yeah, he's an interesting fellow.
Apparently it was very rude of me to try to barter with him for one of his fusion cores.
You tried to barter with that maniac?
I asked the question.
You're lucky you came out with your head.
That's what he said.
Well, I'm not wrong now, am I?
No, no. I'm not sure how much more they're going to hit this town. There's other areas that they're looking at going after.
Like?
I'll be honest, I don't have my notes. I ended up having to reformat my computer this week, so I
I'm
lost
sorry.
it.
Why'd you have to reformat it?
Sorry, my guys are going ape shit at this second.
While waiting for him, do you want to say anything, Virgil? He says, "So, where'd you find out they're hitting it?"
Oh, I can't remember the name of the place. He pointed us off in a direction off in the desert.
Gotcha.
Something about getting drugs.
Well, now, that sounds a little bit suspicious, then. I'm not convinced they're not going to stop hitting us, though. They've been doing it pretty consistently.
Oh no, they're probably not going to stop completely. Especially since they were a little surprised with how little we came back with.
Gotcha. Well, he begins to think for a moment. Would you be willing to go back and maybe blowing the place up for us?
I would love that as long as we can get past those front guards who were guarding the entrance were really beefy.
Well, you all are strong. You survived in the wasteland thus far. You could beat a couple guards, couldn't you?
Well, we probably could. Remember, you needed to talk to somebody about getting us. What was it?
That was landmines.
Yes.
Yes, I talked to the mayor, and sadly, as things as it are, we can't really spare anything with the current festival coming up.
You have a festival that requires landmines?
Yeah. Put it like that.
I need to know more about this.
There's a... Well, I'll just come out and say it. We're contracted up with another group. And we supply their booze and do a festival every year that celebrates their kinds of stuff. Yeah, looks a little bit nervous when he's saying this.
Their kind of stuff.
I definitely want to roll a check on this dude. Let me see. Yeah, I'm going to roll insight.
Okay.
That is a 20.
What do you have for a modifier?
An 11.
Jesus. Okay, so...
I'm the charisma character.
So... You can tell that he's hiding something. Specifically, the way he's been talking, it's a little bit weird. He's mentioned... Did you seal up the cave? But you haven't mentioned a cave. You told him about what you've done. They can't give you landmines because of a festival or because something's going on. There's some kind of booze festival, but they're also currently being raided all the time, so why are they hosting a booze festival?
Alright. So, pork pie. So far, this town's been nice. There's other places we can go to and do work for. Frankly, I'm just kind of tired of being, I don't know if lied to is the right term. Maybe somebody just giving me the half-truth. If you can't trust me and us enough to tell us what's actually going on, then we're done helping you. We'll just move on.
No, hold on. It's not that I don't trust you. It's just, Wasteland's a dangerous place. You can't always give information loose exactly when it's as sensitive as it is now. But
well,
you've done me
imagine how dangerous it is.
You've done me a good service, doing the things you've done, and obviously you didn't sell us out to Manders, so there's some trust there. Currently, we work with the Dusk Mall. He gets down real quiet next to your and whispers in it, the Duskmaul Raiders.
You don't know who that is.
So he says to you, like, he kind of brings you over to like a side area and kind of like opens up a door, ushers you in. Do you go inside?
I do.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, we all do. He's helping me get bread out of the oven.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
No, you're fine. So as you all go inside, he closes the door and like pulls the shutters down. He says, "Look, Duskmaul Raiders. The mayor works with them. We give them booze and they supply us security. However, currently we're on the fringe of their security patrol, and they've been not coming by recently. Which means Mander's boys have been coming over. The issue that I'm having, though, is Manders is stricken up a deal with the mayor. He gives booze to Manders, and Manders quietly doesn't raid our town. However, because we're not giving booze anymore to the Duskmaul Raiders, they're getting a little bit antsy. And we only have enough booze to supply each of them one. Or one tribute, rather. So
your options are pick one, or find a way to expand your operation.
but that's the issue. Because to the south, there's a cultist war. To the east, there's Manders. To the west, there's the Raiders. And there's nothing north of us that, well, we could really do. That's all military country up there. So we're kind of stuck in the middle of all this. I want to get rid of Manders because I don't really trust the guy, to be honest. It's a little bit sketchy, involving multiple operations, getting multiple people involved. He's getting a little bit too big for the power vacuum that's here. That's why I've kept you guys on a payroll outside of only me.
Okay. See, now we're getting somewhere. So what's your plan? Your plan is for us to go down there, blow up that cave.
Either blow it up
What are you going to do?
or do something about him. I don't care what you do. But blow it up, and then if we can at least delay them, then I can try to figure something out with the Raiders. But the idea is that after this festival, I could probably keep up both sides if I needed to, but I'd much preferably like to take one out than the other. But one's a small cave of people and the other controls about the southern part of the whole state. One has the power, one has connections.
Don't they mean the same thing? Like I'm just I don't know a whole lot about the way the world works, but doesn't connections equal power?
He means one has social power, the other one has physical power.
Oh, they could work together. What if we put them against each other? Let them take each other out.
Do you say this to the guy?
Yeah.
Because he says to you, you do not want to anger the Duskmaul Raiders.
Are there a lot of them?
There is a lot of them. And they have a lot of power.
Well, they already have a barrel of your booze. Couldn't you just say that the raiders stole your booze? And have them be like, go collect their fucking tribute themselves? From the rival trying to muscle in on their territory?
He looks at you and says, do you not know how the world works when you're being extorted, son?
I mean, clearly not, but one would think that if somebody was muscling in on their territory, they would want to do something about it.
At the end of the day, we're just a provider of booze. One of, if not multiple.
Man, that sucks.
All right. I need you to show me all of this, everything you know of on a map, so we can make some decisions and plans.
Yeah, we didn't get to see how far back that cave goes.
1 minute. Getting a call real quick.
Alright.
I gotta take this.
It'd be a lot easier to cave in that cave if we had a way to silently take out those guards.
Yes, if only one of us had a gun that was very quiet to shoot.
Yeah, but at that distance, it wouldn't be very accurate. Hmm. I suppose it could have been a little accurate if I used bats.
Okay, back. Sorry. Bank called. Just minor account issues.
You're good.
Had a transaction at the Dollar Tree that I made earlier to buy a Monster drink, and they're like, "Are you sure this is you?" I'm like, "Yeah, that was me. I was getting an energy drink."
Funny how they always call when it's something meaningless, and then they don't call when it's like $500.
Did you take 5,000 out of your bank account? No, I didn't. Oh, we thought that was you. Hey, did you buy this monster? That's really strange for you. I'm like,
I live off of
Absolutely
those.
not strange.
Meanwhile, there's me who's like buying energy drinks like every other day.
No, it's not strange. It's not strange. You guys are strange.
Y'all are fucking weird. So he says to you, "Well, I don't have much of what I've been told or seen anyway." Yeah, lays out a basic sketch map. The buddies have told me that, well, that there's a front entrance, and then beyond that entrance it goes deeper into the cave. It's a virtual bunker of sorts, being twisting hallways and all kinds of little stuff. Apparently it used to be some kind of old chapel of sorts. However, if it's an old chapel, that means there's... Well, while it was built on good foundations, that means that if it's an old chapel, it has a lot of weak points, particularly in the middle where the 4 pillars are. If you could take out 2 of them, it could crumble the middle part of the whole building, basically locking off the center and side exits for most of the other rooms. And then it's just a matter of getting out before the whole thing collapses. Alternatively, you said, though, that did you manage to at least... You said you convinced him, at least, that you were part of them. So maybe if you were to go in and try to do it from the inside and set something up, you could do that, too.
Yeah, we got to figure out how to get our palms with the mark, so we're more convincing.
Well, that's all you need.
No,
I can get you covered.
No. We explained that already.
Well,
Don't
sure,
worry about
but
that.
that was good for that mission. But if they're gonna keep checking us on it,
I can get you covered in that regard. He pulls out a little box. Made this stamp just in case I need to flee here. The ink will only last a couple of days, but it'll do you for.
and if we're gonna go back to them, we need to come back with a handful of drugs. Otherwise, we'll be coming back empty-handed, and that'll cause problems.
Well, there is a guy in town you could go to for drugs, though it is a little bit dangerous.
I mean, the rest of this has been so easy, I don't know.
You said the rest of this
Alright,
has been too easy?
I said
He's
that
being
to him. Yeah.
sarcastic.
Gotcha. I took that literally. Sorry.
Oh yeah, no. This was me saying that to Pork Pie. Stuff, oh, this guy is dangerous. Oh, well, because the rest of this has been so fucking easy.
There's a guy to the west of town who runs a different kind of fighting ring. His name is Punker. If you can get through his gauntlet, and I do mean gauntlet of thugs, going round after round of fist fighting, then you can probably match him and talk to him. There's one thing, though, that it's all bets are off, and anything goes but guns. It don't matter if you shove a plasma grenade down his throat and blow it up. Man's ruthless. Doesn't play. Plays by dirty tricks. But he's what you would call a pariah of this town. Being that everyone else drinks, he's the only one that does drugs. So he has a large cache of them. Also means, though, to get to it, you're going to need to get through him.
So nobody in town will care if we just murder all of them.
Well, I'd recommend not murdering the punker. For all that it's worth, he is the mayor's son.
Ah. Long as I understand the limits of what is advisable.
Well, Virgil, do you think you can deal with that?
Punch my way through them? I highly doubt it.
I am not a.
You're the best bet, Virgil.
Yeah, I'm not a hand-to-hand combatant at all.
I mean, I guess it doesn't look like we have a choice, but still.
Or if you wanted to, I wouldn't recommend this, but if you're really, really desperate, you could always head over to Vespers.
I mean, we could try this first, and if it doesn't work, then we have a fallback. I mean, you've got some stuff to help you in a fight here.
Yeah.
Also, I do hope you guys remember you already have some drugs.
That is true. We do have drugs.
Do we?
Yeah, we've got a bunch of jet, and you got some shit off of that one guy.
Did I?
Yeah.
You got some jet, psycho, buff out.
Echo would probably be good. And buff out.
Are you sure somebody else didn't get that in the party? Because that's not in my inventory.
I'm saying y'all's
I've been adding
collective.
stuff. Oh, okay.
I think I have
Oh,
it.
I
I
totally
do. I have
two
3
jet.
jet. I have 3. Ooh, I have flashbangs.
Yeah, you've had those.
I
too.
totally have 2 jet. I missed that. Okay.
I forgot about that. Wouldn't those be good?
So I think
Do
we've
you
got
pull
some
the
other
jet out and
ones.
show him?
Yeah, I think I've got.
Jackie,
Yeah,
do you pull the jet out and show the pork pile?
baby.
I'm thinking.
Hmm?
I don't see why you would think anything about it.
Okay, yeah.
He just sees us
Yeah,
like, does
see,
this
I've
work?
got this.
And it's just a handful of drugs, and he's like, he just looks at the both of you. Why is the kid holding drugs?
What's wrong with it?
Well, I pull out some too. I was like, here, I forgot I had these, and I hand you 2 more jet.
Oh, thanks.
You're just
I
giving
have
the
to-
kid
not you.
drugs?
Not you.
Oh,
I hand it to Virgil.
Oh. So now I've got 4?
I thought we had some other ones, but I don't see it anywhere in the notes.
I have a buff out.
Oh, okay, you've got them all. Okay.
Uh-huh. Yeah, because you were
All
like,
right.
here, put these in your bag.
I think you found them. That's
He
right.
lets
You
out
found
a
all
bit
of
of a
that
sigh.
shit.
He's like, well, never mind. It looks like you already have some drugs.
I mean, you can give us more.
Well, he can't give us more. We'd have to go earn more. That's fine. So we've got 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 jet and 1 buff out.
Are you sure
Alright,
it's
fuck it.
7?
Jackie's got 3. I had 2.
Oh,
You have
okay.
2.
Okay.
I'm looking at her list now.
Oh, excuse me. I'm sorry.
You're fine.
Alright. So, Pork Pie, we talked before, and you said there was like a mining, that maybe there was like a mining town that we could get some, some wire and a plunger from to not have to be there while we detonate the dynamite.
I never spoke about a mining town.
Or an outpost, or hell, a mine. Anything like that.
Begins to think for a moment. Well, I'm just checking my notes real quick.
Yeah, no worries. But we also have to try to find a stash of weapons and ammo and shit. It's definitely gonna devolve into a gunfight at some point.
If you're looking for that kind of plunger and mining equipment and stuff like that, I don't know of very many places that would have it. But you could probably find something, I don't know, probably find something in one of the other towns. I'm sure they have extra supplies and hardware stores.
Okay.
Although, could always check the old vault. Vault 901.
Sure. Why don't we do that?
Cool.
We'll look for stuff on the way.
Before you go, take this print. Let me see your hand.
Hold out my hand.
He stamps each of your hands with the mark off the Bloodbone Raiders. Now you have the part. Well, hopefully I see you in a few days and don't, at least if I'm not dead.
Okay.
Hopefully we are also not dead.
I think, yeah. And I think with that, we head off.
Where are you heading off to?
Vault 901.
going to be about 3 days travel.
All right. I think we're gonna. You wanna look for stuff there, Virgil?
Yeah. What role was that again?
Let me look here real quick.
Investigation is scavenging.
And then perception is for a new location.
Yeah. So let's go with investigation first. Let's see what we can get.
Okay. That's a D20.
Yeah.
15 plus my 10, so 25.
Great job.
For what?
25
25
for investigation.
Scavenging.
Okay. So as you're going to your first encounter, along the way, you... Hello? Oh. Feel free to listen in. So... as you begin to approach your first encounter, you come across a shopping cart that is filled with a bunch of junk and a skeleton that is holding onto that shopping cart. Has nothing else on except a hat.
Okay. I will search the shopping cart.
Okay. I need you to roll me a radiation check.
Radiation, just a D20. 2 plus 8 is 10.
You rummage around inside the cart, only to find that the actual cart itself has been stuffed with a bunch of cracked open fusion cores as you take a massive swath of radiation.
How much is that, and how much of it can be blocked by my mask?
A total of 25 rads.
Cool. I have that left in my mask.
Well, your mask resets daily. It's 20. It blocks 20 or 50 rads per day.
Cool. Well, now it's down to 25.
I pick up the hat and I look at it.
Also make me a radiation check.
Sure. Luckily, I'm fantastic at avoiding radiation. It's a 14.
Better than me.
Okay, you only take a minor dose of rads. For a total of 1.
Okay.
Take 1 rad. As you pick up the hat, scroll down to the equipment here. You find a cowboy hat.
All right.
Put that in the wasteland. Doesn't really have any armor or anything added to the value, but you can but if you equip it, you can lasso targets with a rope.
Okay. Oh, that goes. That is not headgear. That is a hat. So that's on top of it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'll put that on for now.
Okay. Upon then approaching, let's see what you got for your encounter dice. 15. Wild wasteland encounters. You find a giant T-Rex footprint.
No sign of the dinosaur anywhere, just the footprint.
Just the footprint.
Well, good.
We should
You do see some stuff in the footprint, though.
Okay. I'll carefully take a closer look.
You find 4 Deathclaw leather.
Oh, cool.
It looks like it's been peeled off.
Oh, cool.
Like something scraped the bottom of the foot.
So this is a giant Deathclaw footprint. Virgil, is there anything down there that scraped it?
Continue looking.
Roll me an investigation, boys.
Alright. 6 plus 10, 16.
We do find something. You find a katana.
Oh. Hell yes.
Is
Let
there
me-
anybody down there that would have been holding the katana?
Connected to the katana is a samurai.
What a way to go.
Full armor?
He has some armor on, but it's patched. It's like heavy patchwork.
Oh,
So it's kind of just fucked up overall.
okay. I'll definitely take that katana.
Okay. Linked that in the Wasteland campaign. 10-foot range, 2d12 damage. Each extra swing deals +4 condition rating damage. If you have the ability to swing extra.
All right. Let's get out of here before this fucking thing shows back up.
Okay. Next encounter
Good
dice
idea.
is a 13. So,
I was gonna say, and then are you gonna do we want to do? I mean, we'll do the encounter piece first. That's fine. And then Virgil, we need to know if we're gonna roll to scavenge or do whatever, because each encounter is a day, right?
no.
Oh, okay.
Every
never mind.
2
Sorry.
encounters is a day.
Okay.
So what you find, my friend, is out in the wasteland. You find a couple of ghouls
How do
Like
they
they're just-
appear?
They're just chilling.
I'll tell you once I get all the tokens out.
Oh my gosh.
So you see a bundle of 9 ghouls. The ghouls are kind of just hanging out, but there's a feral one that looks a little bit twitchy in the pile. They're all just kind of walking around.
Yeah, let's try to start making our way around this shit.
Roll me sneak,
Yeah.
everybody.
Yeah.
Okay.
What did I do?
24. No.
I failed.
Sorry, I'm over here fucking my stuff up.
Wait. Okay.
Sneak
I'm
is a
fucking up.
D100 roll.
Yeah, I fucked up. Okay, 43. My skill points are 95.
Lena, did you pass?
I rolled a 93. I did not.
Upon you not passing, the feral ghoul goes a little bit insane and goes as it begins to run jaggedly towards you. The others then smell the radiation as they then follow suit. It is time for initiative. The ghouls are all going last. You're up first, Sven.
Okay. How does spread work again?
Okay, so you see the gun of how far does the shotgun go?
10 feet.
So spread works in the sense that in the whole 10 feet that there is, right? At the end of the 10 feet, depending on how many enemies are there, it will spread the damage out amongst them evenly.
So, like that.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay. Okay. Well, I'm gonna use the other gun while he's this far away. All right. Hits. My choice. Let's go with his head.
What are you shooting with?
The repeater
On who?
on number 1 here. The one who ran towards us.
Oh, the glowing ghoul.
Yeah.
Hold on a quick minute.
Sure.
I almost got all their stuff done real quick.
Sure.
Okay.
Uh, 22 damage to the head. I hit. Chest. $15 damage to the chest. Okay. Right arm. $22 damage for the right arm. I think that's a crit.
How much luck you got?
Yep. I have one. Yeah, I have
That's a
one.
crit.
So it's
Shoot.
I only crit on a 10.
Roll your damage.
I got to roll location. Left arm. $21, so 42. Chest again. 26 to the chest. Left leg. 17. Alright, then I'm gonna have to move closer for one AP. Switching to the shotgun.
What are you using 1 AP for?
To move.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I had to move to get in range.
Yep.
So it hit left leg. 21. Reload. Shoot again. Right arm. $17. I've got 3 AP left. I'm gonna move 35 feet away. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That is my turn.
Okay.
Virgil, kill that fucking thing.
So what happens is you shooted all this damage into the glowing ghoul, right?
Okay.
You ended up bringing its health down to 0. However, because it's glowing, I need to roll its special ability.
Oh, okay.
It passed its death save. Upon doing so, you see an explosion of radiation go off.
Oh no.
A 30-foot explosion of radiation. Lena, I need you to make me a radiation check.
What die is that?
That's
D20.
pretty good.
Eternal, we're in the middle of a game.
Yeah, no. Sorry.
It's also being recorded, just so you know.
Oh, yeah, that's fine. I'll stay quiet.
Okay, radiation. This is my first radiation check. I'm sorry.
No, you're fine. First
Oh,
time
here
for
it is.
everything.
So, 18.
Okay, you passed. You're only taking half the radiation,
Huzzah!
which is 15 rads.
You want me to round up or down?
You're taking 15 rads.
15 is the half. And then remember, your mask absorbs 50 points a day. So your
Upon
yeah, your mask
unleashing
absorbs.
the radiation, he gets back up, as the radiation will slowly dissipate on his coming turn. However, as he gets back up, he is now slowly regenning his health.
No, I'm gonna put a stop to that. All right.
Okay.
My turn.
Hey, you have to
See what it's doing?
Hmm?
$2d8. All right. So no crit. Firing with my revolver. Armor. +5 from Sven's charisma, so that's 19 damage to armor.
Okay.
So close.
Almost a crit.
Ed, nice. 11 to the head. Left leg. 13 to the left leg. That's 3.
Left leg, you said?
Yeah. And this
Okay.
time's an 8, so I'm gonna choose the head. That's 15 to the head. This is left arm. 16 to the left arm. Left arm again. 19 to the left arm. 2
Okay,
AP to
you brought it
reload.
down to 0 again. I need to roll another death save to see if it releases radiation. Passed its death save. Landon, roll me another radiation check.
12.
Okay. You do not pass, and you take the full 33 rads.
Alright.
As it gets back up again.
Alright, 2 AP to reload. head.
His head is now crippled.
That means the next shot to the head will be
crit.
double, not this one, right?
Yes, the next
Okay.
shot.
Alright, that's 13 damage to the head.
Well, yeah.
Left leg. 14 damage. Uh, 8. I choose the head.
Okay, double damage.
7 plus 5.
12 times 2, 24.
24. Okay. And that's the last thing I can do.
Okay, you bring him down again. He's gonna make another death save. He succeeds, he's back up with even less HP. Another radiation check, Lena. You take another 33 rads. It is now your turn.
Sorry, my headset's doing weird stuff. Okay, I am going to take a step to the side here. And I'm going to shoot him. The glowing ghoul being him.
Yep.
Not a crit.
You're shooting with the plasma pistol, right?
Yes. Yes.
How much damage?
That's 16.
Okay. To what?
Oh, I'm sorry. That is 7 being direct armor.
Okay. Frying his skin a little bit.
Yeah.
Smell a little bit like rotten burgers.
That's a crit.
Okay. Roll your damage.
14 times 2 is...
14 plus 5 times 2.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
30.
half.
38.
No,
He is
yeah,
downed
19.
again. Let's see what he rolls. He does not succeed as he does not get back up this time. He falls to the ground dead.
Now I'm going to, let's see, that was 1, 2, 4. So that was 5 AP.
Mm-hmm.
So I have 3 left. So 1, 2, 3. That's the end of my turn.
1 AP is 10 feet, just so you know.
Is each square 10 feet?
Each square is 5 feet.
Oh. 1, 2, 3. Then, okay then.
Okay. So after moving, it is now the ghoul's turn. As they all make a beeline towards you. They all collectively are going to be using ghoulish momentum, meaning the next turn they get more movement. Okay. Radiation is dissipated now. Sven, it is your turn.
Okay. Let's see. 1, 2. Alright. I'm gonna fire with the shotgun. Okay, it hits. My choice, it's gonna hit the head. That'd be 23 damage. And that hits number, I did it a second ago, but yeah, there we go.
So you're firing this way? Or this
Yep.
way? This way it's going to hit 5 and 1.
Okay. Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. So roll to hit. Did you hit?
Yeah, I hit.
Okay, now what's
I
your
will have
damage?
23 damage to the head.
Split to 2.
Okay.
So the unique thing with well, yeah, but so split to 2, so one's taking 10 damage.
So one takes 12, one takes 13.
Yep.
Okay. Reload and shoot. I hit. My choice, I'm going to go with the head again.
Okay.
I'm shooting at the same two. 22 damage, so they both take 11.
That is now it. Okay.
Reload and shoot again. Another 22 damage, so they both take 11 damage.
Number 5's not looking too good as you just shot him 3 times in the head. And now both their heads are crit zones as you've blasted their flesh off to just reveal the rotten underneath with the veins and pulsatingness.
Left leg. Uh, 15 damage. So one takes 7, one takes 8.
Where's your 5 coming from?
What 5?
Oh, is your 3 coming from Jackie or something?
Yeah, that's coming from Robbie's.
Gotcha. 15, so...
What he told me it was, at least. I didn't double check, but...
Yeah, my charisma's 3.
Okay.
Oh, your charisma is 3. Okay, well then no, I only get 1 point of damage. So, 13. Okay. then I've been saying too much because I thought you had more.
Still got more AP left?
Yeah. That's the head. That'd be 11. You said it crits because it's the head, so they each take 11.
You rolled 11 damage?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
I got 10 plus his 1, doubled it, so it'd be 22 divided by 2.
Okay, you killed 1 and 5 as you blew their heads off into meaty chunks. Oh, I forgot. Whoops. Hold on. I deleted him by accident.
I'm gonna give Lena 1 AP, and I'm going to move back 10 feet and tell her to throw a grenade in the middle of them, or sorry, dynamite into the middle of them.
Oh yeah.
I know it's Robbie's turn first, though.
Virgil, what do you want to do?
It refuses. That's 30 feet. So I'm going to spend some AP to move the 15. And then I'm going to start blasting number 2
With what?
with my revolver.
Okay, Mr. Ocelot, go ahead.
Oh, so close. Ooh, I get to choose. Aim at the head. 13 damage to the head. Right arm. 20 damage to the right arm.
How much damage?
20. I rolled a 15 and Sven gives 5.
I was just checking, because I had to get a drink real quick.
Ooh. My hit number is the funny number.
Ooh, the 69 funny number.
Right leg. 9. 14. 14 damage to the right leg. 2 AP to reload. Left leg. 15. To the
15
left leg.
damage.
Yep.
You killed it.
Oh. Well, then I will aim the second shot that I just rolled at the one next to it, number 6.
Okay. How did you want to kill number 2, by the way?
What do you mean? I was...
Like you
That last hit was the left leg, I think.
Okay, so you pull out your pistol like a gunslinger, you cock it back, blow off the hammer with one shot. As you hit him in the kneecap, as his leg crumples inwards, and he falls to the ground, dead.
Dead on faceplant. Nice.
Splat.
Okay. That's a left arm hit. Whoops. Ignore that.
For how much
Supposed
damage?
to be 2. 21.
Oof.
Damn.
Heavy hits.
That was the third shot. No, that was the second shot.
As a side note,
The
this
first
water
shot on
that
number.
as a side note, this water that I have is awful.
Water is always awful.
Well, I decided I like picking up weird waters from the Dollar Tree store, right?
Boom, headshot.
And I picked up the monster water. It's not good.
Oh no.
Oh,
Like the monster tour water or whatever.
Yeah, they're not good.
8 damage to the head on number 6.
Okay.
Oh, that was so close. Right leg. 19 damage.
Almost dead.
Right leg again. 10 damage.
He did as you blow off the other leg like the other one.
Alright. Last shot, aiming at number 4. Damn, so close.
You're just getting cucked out of these crits.
Real. Left leg. Nine damage. Lena's turn. That was 9 damage, left leg, number 4.
Okay. What you gonna do, Lena? What you gonna do? What you gonna
I
do
am
when
gonna
you come for them?
I'm gonna do what Sven suggested and throw some dynamite in there, but I gotta look and see how it works.
So, throwing, if I remember correctly. Look in the master check here. To throw, it's your perception subtracted from your agility plus your melee weapons. Is what you gotta roll under. So perception attribute subtracted from agility, then plus your melee weapons.
Okay. So perception's a 20, correct?
Your perception attribute.
Oh.
Minus your agility attribute plus your melee weapons. So what's your perception?
It is an 11.
11 minus your agility score, which is what?
4.
11 minus
that's-
4.
7.
Yep. Now what's your melee weapons?
It is 20 to hit.
20
That-
plus Your 7 equals 27, correct?
Yes.
I'll look real quick. Yep, so you gotta roll under a 27 to throw that piece of dynamite.
Alright. Here we go.
That's gonna be awful.
I rolled a 61.
Okay, you miss. So as you
Damn.
throw the dynamite, I need to now know where it lands by rolling.
Yeah, do you want me to roll a
Nope.
D8?
I have the map squared out with numbers. Okay, you throw it right here. And how big is the radius on dynamite? That's a 10-foot radius.
Whoa, holy crap.
No, Virgil!
Looks like originating right here. It goes out about... Yeah, so... You're just shy of it, Virgil.
Oh. Yay.
I hit one of them.
Yes, you hit number 4 with the damage, so roll the damage.
Oh, God.
2d12.
Thank you. Do I add the charisma from Joey to that?
Yeah.
Okay, so 18. Do I roll for where it hits, or is it just the general?
No, it hits everywhere. It's an
Okay.
explosion. It's just boom everywhere.
Go back to your gun for now.
It's like, holy shit, you almost came close to blowing Virgil up. Virgil, how do you react to seeing an explosion like 2 feet away from you go off?
I just stare intently at her.
He told me to do it! Sorry.
You can dodge ghoul, you can dodge dynamite.
Apparently.
Okay.
What you gonna do now?
I am going to shoot number 4. Excuse me.
Fire away.
No crit.
Yeah, apple cider thing.
16.
Alright.
You're fine.
To the left arm.
Okay.
I'm gonna shoot him again. No crit. $17. I believe 7's direct armor. It is.
Okay, you killed it.
Yeah.
He's been turned to goo.
many AP is throwing? That's the same as shooting is.
Yes, 2 AP.
Okay. 2 force. I can go one more time.
You're gonna shoot or you're gonna throw?
I ain't throwing nothing.
I don't know. Then should I throw?
I believe in you.
All right, I'm gonna
I'm
do it.
upset. I'm upset, but I believe in you.
Roll that D100. Oh, you miss.
Wrapped.
Take it back. I no longer believe in you.
And you landed right on Virgil.
Oh fuck.
Roll that damage, boy.
Alright, so it was
all ones.
2d12. You and all your armor took 7 damage, Virgil.
Oh, isn't that +5 though?
Yep. So that's
13.
12 to you and all your armor.
Math is hard.
As you just got dynamite thrown on you. Boom!
Great. So
Maybe I should try throwing with the other hand.
Or use VATS.
12 minus.
Oh yeah.
-4.
Is that end your turn, Lena?
Oh yes, I'm sorry.
Okay, I was waiting to make sure. So, is that end your turn? The ghoul's gonna come up and smack you, Sven? Hits with the first one, hits with the second one, hits with the third one. In total, you take 14 damage across 3 hits. And you take 22 rads. This next one's going to come over trying to hit Virgil. Hit. Miss. Miss. Okay, Virgil. You take a total of 10 damage and 12 rads. Last one's gonna come over here and try to hit you again, Sven. As he runs on over. Miss. Miss. And a miss. Just swipes 3 times in front of your face and you all dodge quite easily. Okay, back up to your turn, Sven. What do you want to do?
Nope,
Nope, what?
he's not coming through.
He asked if I could hear.
Sven, can you hear us?
He appears to be having technical difficulties.
We'll skip him for now and go to Virgil. Virgil, you there?
Yes. I am gonna whip out my power fist and I'm gonna punch the fuck out of it.
Okay.
Hello. There we go.
Do you have what you need to roll for
Alright.
your unarmed?
Okay, so we added that stuff up. Oh shit, okay.
To hit with unarmed. Fuck, sorry. It's your...
Strength plus unarmed.
Yes, it's your strength plus your unarmed.
And that's skill points, not hit, right? Or it's a hit, it's hit?
Yeah, it's hit because you're attacking.
Okay, yeah.
Well, hold on 1 minute.
So
yeah, strength plus unarmed equals your number you gotta roll under, which is your hit for unarmed.
okay. So I have to roll under 66.
Okay.
Oh, yes.
Did you hit?
Yes, I rolled a 32.
Okay, roll your damage. Which isn't a roll damage, but it's just a... What damage do you do? So, what's your strength?
3.
Okay, and you have... So it's 3 points so 3 strength plus every 10 points. Unarmed is 2 damage. So you have 60, 6 times 2 is 12, times 3 is 15. You did 15 damage, and I gotta remember, does this have a special property to it?
Plus my,
It does.
plus my 5 for charisma, so he's got 20.
Let me check the property real quick.
Yeah. It says I can add a cardiac arrest modifier based on my endurance.
Yeah, so when you hit a creature, you can add a cardiac arrest modifier. Living targets / the overload for a robot. Based on your endurance living, you gotta hit them with 12 points. So what's your endurance?
My endurance is 3.
Okay, so you're giving them 3 points per hit. So essentially in 4 hits, you will have given them cardiac arrest. If they survive. So you're dealing 20 damage each time that you hit with this thing. Flat. Probably want to make a note of that somewhere, that's flat 20.
Flat 20.
So you punch this thing in the
it.
face. It's number 7. You punch him in the
wasn't
face.
there a-
Is... Huh?
What, wasn't there a thing for multi-hit?
No.
No? Did I misunderstand that?
Where does it say multi-hit?
For every 2 points of endurance, you gain 1 extra swing of a melee weapon. Oh, it's melee weapons. Okay, never mind.
Melee, not unarmed weapons.
Yes, okay.
Remember, the balancing here is that unarmed weapons have a flat damage roll, meaning there's no rolling of the damage. It's flat, has a lot of damage, but you've got to get super, super close. We balanced out melee to make it so melee get extra swings, since it has less damage, but it has, you know, effects and stuff.
Right, it
That
still
was-
throws me off that there's a difference between those.
Think of just fist and melee weapon, right?
Yeah.
One's unarmed, one's melee. If we had you doing
Alright,
extra
so I-
swings, you would have just been like a monk and killed everything.
That's true. Alright, so I
So-
punched it for 20 damage.
Yeah, you clocked it over the face. You hear its neck crack a little bit. You broke its shoulder. You want to roll your next hit?
Yes. Oh, 23. Less than 66.
Okay, you hit again. So another 20 damage. Boom! You rupture the other shoulder.
$35.
He did.
Hit.
As you punch his heart out. Straight out of the rib cage
Nice.
of his rotten flesh.
Alright, so that was 3 attacks. So 6 AP.
Mr. I can't punch shit to death.
Alright. The 5, 10, 15, 20. So that's 2 AP.
Yep.
And then I'm gonna punch this one.
Okay.
So I rolled a 2. It hits.
Instant 20. Sock him over the face. Roll again.
That one misses.
Ooh, you miss. You just kind of swing past. You're kind of getting the hang of this whole thing now. Been shooting a lot of guns. A little bit trigger happy as you... I imagine as like you go to punch, you kind of like form your hand into the shape of almost like you're going to hold a gun, but you didn't, so you just kind of whiffed past him.
Like when you
And
punch
unless I'm
somebody in
doing-
the brain.
Unless I'm doing my math wrong, this should be the last one. Oh, fuck.
Critical fail. Okay, looks like you're punching Sven next to you.
Oh,
Hey Sven, you take 20 damage.
Okay, I'm down.
shit.
Okay, this is our first down moment, so let me go up again. Okay, so what's your endurance?
4.
Now roll me a d20.
Eight.
Okay. Oh, sorry. So that would be 12 for your first save. You... Okay, I'm just reading this real quick. Okay, so you have 4 rounds. Sorry, not 4. You have 4 turns before you die. That is active 4 turns in combat. So now you're down to 3 after Sven's turn. You rolled your first death save, where you passed, of 12. It was an 11. Now it's at 12. Lena, it is your turn. Do you want to get him up?
Yeah. Let's see.
You could use a stim pack on them.
Super stim maybe, or
Sure, you could use a super stim if you want. Use a chem is, I think, 1 AP.
okay. 40-12. That's not a 12.
Ooh.
38.
Okay, you're healed back up for 38 HP. You did not die. You have to spend 1 turn recovering. So, you'll be skipping your turn.
Okay.
Well, no,
Okay, and
you'll
now-
be skipping the in enemy order. You'll be never mind. You'll be able to attack on your turn.
Okay, now I'm going to shoot.
What number
Oh,
is
sorry,
that? I
that
keep-
many rounds. No, you are going to be out of your turn. I'm sorry. I'm getting through my. It's been a while since someone's gone down. You're going to be spending 1 round of combat out of it to recover. So you're up 38 HP. You're on your ass right now, recovering from your near-death experience. How was it? Seeing the black nothingness of the void?
It was fine. I welcomed it.
Anything but here?
Anything with the power fist?
So, it is now your turn, Lena, for that gun. If you want to shoot these ghouls in front of your friend here.
I do. I desperately want to shoot the one that's closest to Virgil and Sven. I can't see his number.
That's number 3.
Okay. No crit. Oof. 9. To the head.
Okay, roll your next.
Crit.
Double damage. 22.
11 plus 5 is 16. Times 2 is 32. To the right arm. One mo. No crit. Uh, 21.
Number 2 is dead. He's
Yes.
disintegrated into a pile of goo.
6, 7. I have 1 AP left. That's enough to attack. 27. So that no crit. 9 and 5 is 14. Direct armor. And that is the end of my turn.
Okay. How much damage did you do to it? Do to it?
14.
No, I'm sorry. 21.
You killed that one too.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ugh.
Let me calculate all your XP up here real quick.
We survived, no thanks to me.
Yeah, I'm gonna need a melee weapon, I guess. I'll probably almost never hit, but I have no bullets at all.
Did you shoot while we were here?
Yeah, I need to see
Scavenge
if I
for
can
some.
find anything.
Yeah.
Nope.
Didn't get any hulls back.
I rolled a natural 1.
Oof.
Yes, this is about to be damn near impossible to kill anything now. Because I have a 29 to hit with a weapon. Because we don't have any bullets.
Well, do you want a death claw gauntlet or do you want a katana?
It doesn't matter, either one.
I'll give you the katana because you can hit more than once with that.
Okay, let me look at my XP chart here.
You saw where it was in the chat?
Yeah, I got it.
Okay.
You got 980 experience in total. And that's an extra 180 experience with your double learning perk, or an extra 90 experience with the tier 1 of the perk. Everybody got that?
Yep.
Okay.
So I leveled.
Congrats.
463 XP into level 6.
I'm getting pretty close.
Pick up Swift Learner 3.
Going for that third batch of XP.
Yep.
It really does pay for itself. I'm gonna pick up the next rank when I can.
And I guess I'll put all my skill points into melee weapons. So I'm at a 38 to hit now.
Okay, as you're traveling across the wasteland, it's been one day. Y'all keep traveling on through.
How's everybody looking on rads?
I
My
have
rads are fine.
31.
I
You have
have
31
5.
rads? You have
Yes.
31 rads? Okay.
Yes.
She needs...
We got any more
She
water
needs-
bottles?
Did you make sure
Yeah.
to subtract your rads from your mask before adding them to yourself?
Yes, I did.
Okay.
I received a bunch of rads from old Sparky there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she got like
Ghouls.
75 from that dude.
Ghouls are dangerous creatures, they be. especially the glowing ones.
And it is a new day, so reset your rads per day.
Yeah. He is what I would call a motherfucker.
All right, so yes, I've got 2 bottles of water left. So we make her 1 bottle.
Yeah, I get the tablet from my Pip Boy.
Dispenses a tablet for you. Roll to remove those rads.
Do I roll or does he?
That is
Either one of you.
1d10.
Okay, sorry.
It don't matter.
I'll roll it.
I can't get my
4
freaking
rads.
owlbear to come up now. Thank you.
-4 rads.
And then you will heal 2 hit points per hour over the next 3 hours. So you'll heal 6 hit points today while we're
Alright.
out.
Okay.
Now that the battle is over, I am going to first aid everyone.
Yeah. And then you need to look around and see if you can find anything.
Yeah. Alright, so first is Sven. Cool. Heal for 19, Sven. Next is
That
Lena.
top
Lena,
cleanup.
heal for 19.
Yeah.
And first aid me. Yay, heal for 19. That's the best little combination of rolls we've had in a while.
Hope it doesn't feel like there's too much combat. It's just the nature of encounters.
I don't get to play often enough, I can't really gauge if it's too much or not.
I don't feel like it's too much. I
Fair
mean,
enough.
sometimes we don't have any combat.
True.
So I feel like it balances out.
So, do you want to roll your check? Which do you want to roll?
Yes.
So locations or stuff?
Or scavenge.
I mean, I'm almost scared to roll for a location, but we're not going to be able to fight. I don't know if we could deal with whatever's going to be there.
Alright.
You think we ought to go back to Destiny?
They don't have any bullets, so, and we have very
Oh.
little money, so that doesn't do us any good.
Does searching for a location include the destination we're traveling to?
No. Searching for a destination simply means that along the way, there may be other special minor destinations along the way.
Okay.
Go ahead and do
I'm
it.
just gonna
Go ahead
go
and do
do
it. Yeah, let's.
All
I
right.
mean, why don't we try
What is-
one of these?
Searching for a destination, if there is no destination and you roll high enough, could be a shortcut to your destination, could be a fast track, advantage points, stuff like that.
And what do I roll?
So perception is for new location.
Okay, rolling perception. 18.
Okay. In the event that you've been traveling, there is no new locations to discover. Well, actually, hold on. Going. You have a blip on your your Pip-Boy that pops up of being some radio signal that is coming from what appears to be some kind of bunker. Would you like to tune into it?
Sure. I will tune into this radio signal.
Okay. One minute while I pull my notes up. Coke omla di karma alt di pure tibi.
Uh-huh.
I'm pretty sure I butchered this fucking Latin, but I'm gonna post it anyways. Coke omina di kerum ditur tibi.
Well, I'm going to switch the radio off and suggest we move on.
Well, I thought you were doing a signal, or I thought you found something.
I don't know what it means, and I'm scared.
I mean, we could probably roll some kind of a check to maybe decipher it.
Very true.
Do you know
would-
Latin?
You would have to roll me a... I would need from one of you a history.
Oh, I'm probably gonna have the highest on that. Alright.
Yeah, it's not me. I got a 3.
5 plus 8. 13.
You make out, come all to the blank of flesh may he blank thou.
Yeah, I mean, you found a location. Why don't we go to it?
Because it's talking about flesh, and I think this is a bad idea.
Okay. Do we know where it's at now on the map?
You do, it is directly south of you.
Let's note this down for later and continue to our destination.
I mean, we're not in a good spot, no matter which way we go. There's probably
Yeah.
gonna be some terrible shit in that vault. And there's probably gonna be some terrible shit out here. May as well deal with the terrible shit out here first.
I agree.
Do you wish to go to the vault or the bunker?
I'm outvoted. I guess we're going to the bunker.
Okay, you've cut travel time down of it by a day. Re-rolling. Your truck goes pretty smooth. No encounters to speak of in terms of anything going on. You can feel free to search if you wish to scavenge.
I will do so. Investigation. So 21.
So in your investigation, you find there are two people sitting at a campfire, roasting what appear to be hot dogs. And says, well, howdy there, friend. What brings you out to the middle of nowhere?
Just
Just
traveling.
out exploring, looking for may go look at that vault that's near this area. How are you
Vault?
doing?
I ain't heard no vault in this area, but I do know of some strange, what is it, metal dome-looking thing down south here. There's a weird, haunting noise coming from it. Sounds like them old church folk.
Singing?
You got any idea what's going on down there?
Oh, I don't go there, neither do the animals. They're spooked to hell of it. Whatever it is, it's something foul, but that's for the rest of Wasteland in general, so... Probably all nothing. Probably just a few old... Probably just a ghoul or two in there and scaring the animals. And as for the, well, weird language at church, I'd imagine it's some... an old station on the radio or whatever it is. Sounds like it's coming from it. But you care for a rad dog?
Oh, I'm not hungry right now.
Well, you little miss, care for a rat dog?
Can I take it to go?
Most certainly can.
Thank you.
You got a rat dog. It's like a hot dog, but with more ground beef in it. Made of rats. It heals for 1d6.
Yeah.
It is inside of a tortilla shell.
Ooh.
You guys wouldn't have some spare ammo you'd be willing to trade, would you?
Well, now I need to roll for his inventory, see what he has. I do have some ammo on me. What you looking for?
Some rifle ammo, mostly.
Oh, sorry friend, all I got is pistol ammo.
Well, we can trade for that, too.
What y'all got willing to part for? I got, I think, about 3 cases here. I'm only willing to part with one of them, though.
I have some Salisbury steaks.
How many you got of those?
How many would you want?
Well, I need to know what we're talking about here, boy.
I have 15 I could probably part with.
I'd take 10 off your hands for a case of ammo. And if you got a... I see you guys are well equipped back there with your little backpack. If you got a stim pack or two, I might take those as well.
Yeah, we don't have... We're kind of out of those, unfortunately. It's dangerous out here, as you know.
Well, if you ever came across it, I might be able to throw in another case of ammo for 3 stim packs.
We'll keep that in mind. Maybe we'll find some in our travels.
You gonna try to barter with him?
Are you guys legit
Yeah.
out of Stemfax?
Yeah, I'm gonna barter with them. So is that the best you can do with these? Let's see.
Barter check.
Yeah, so 69. My barter is 105.
What do you say to him?
I mean, that seems awful high for 2 cases of ammo. I mean, I know you could do better. And you're worried about this thing down there with that church. What if we give you a couple more Salisbury steaks and we go deal with whatever's down there at that church, which gives you some more room to travel and not so much to worry about.
You know, I think that'll do me nicely. I did want to get the fuck out of here real soon, and yeah, I think that'll do. He slides over the 2 cases of pistol ammo.
And how
you
many
How many
steaks
bullets
was
is
that?
that?
You give him 12 Salisbury steaks.
Okay.
How many bullets is 2 cases?
If I remember correctly,
Just scroll up there, 45 apiece.
so you currently have 50. No, sorry, 45 piece. That's 89, 90 bullets. 90 more pistol ammo.
Plus the 20 I had comes to 110.
Now, I did know of a man that was making and fashioning his own rifle ammo.
Do tell.
Yeah.
Let me check my notes again. Now, there was a trading company over in Tempinski. Now, I hear that there is that trading company that needs a few delivery men if you're willing to put in a little bit of work, but if you're willing to do so, they give out plenty of supplies, or at least a cut of the supplies anyways, and well, there's a guy that makes his own ammo down there in the factory. That's how they're able to ship out so much stuff around the grove and such. If you're ever down there, feel free to. I hear he's real nice and the trading company does real good business. I just recommend to stay clear of those devil worshippers.
Alright, so I show him our map on our Pip-Boy and I ask him, where is it at?
Oh, I'd say a little down to the east here.
Okay.
If I look on my
Yes.
map, where is
At some-
Tempinski? Yeah, no,
some
sorry, a
point we
little
need
down
to
to the
get a-
west here.
Okay. Yeah, at some point we need to get an updated,
I will do that after this session.
yeah, no worries. Just... Okay. Virgil, you got another gun?
Yeah, I've got the revolver and I've got the silence 22.
Okay. As you begin to head down to your destination, you stumble across. Oh, lucky you. You got a nat 20.
Nice.
You find an ammo crate.
Heck yeah.
Alright, we go over to it and attempt to open it.
Okay. I'm gonna require a lockpick check.
Lockpick.
This is locked.
I can do it.
Yeah, Lena's pretty good at that.
Mm-hmm.
Little fingers.
Roll me a D100.
I do it. I have a 121.
You mean a 110. Your skill points is 110. Your hit is 121.
Oh yeah, okay, sorry.
So you kind of just put in. You just grab like a small hairpin as you stick it in and jam it in there, and It just goes ka-chink. Upon doing so, you open up this ammo crate to find inside. I will type this out for you. I'm not going to bother putting it
Easy
in
peasy
cases.
lemon squeezy.
I'm just going to put it in number of bullets. Rolled on my table. Now I know what's there.
Oh, Robbie, you gonna be around Tuesday up there?
What? Wait, you mean do I have anything going on Tuesday?
Yeah.
No, I'm free all day.
Okay. We got a group of people that go and do Taco Tuesday up there in Gettysburg. So I'm gonna try to pack all this shit and bring it up there Tuesday.
Okay.
You know, and if you want to come have Taco Tuesday with us, you're welcome to come have Taco Tuesday with us.
Okay. Just let me know the
Okay.
time and place.
You find 85 rifle bullets, 20 energy cells, 15 shotgun ammo, 2 gun repair kits, 1 rifle scope mod, 1 reinforced trigger mod, and 25 flares.
Wow. How do flares work?
With a flare gun?
Okay, that's what I thought. Okay. Oh wait, we do have a flare gun, don't we? One of us
We
does.
do.
Okay. Yeah, I forgot about that. Alright, everybody record your respective ammos.
If you read though on the thing, it's the only gun that can stun someone. On the
what do you mean,
2.0 doc,
Oh, okay.
the effect of the gun.
Cool.
I'll
Doesn't-
grab those 2 gun repair kits.
Doesn't do
Yeah.
a lot of damage, but
Man, a flare to the face is gonna hurt. That's
I think it's like 1d4 damage, but it stuns. And the stun effect is... they can't take minor actions if they're stunned.
Alright, so I've got the rifle and the shotgun ammo. Jackie, you recorded the energy cells.
Yeah, but I keep forgetting how many it is.
20.
20, damn it.
20.
I've gone back and looked like 3 times.
And the
Roger,
gun
you got
repair
your-
kits are wholly different from the gun cleaner case, right?
No, they're about the same thing. It's just a gun cleaner case can upgrade a mod with no difficulty or clean a gun and repair it to full. A gun repair kit it'll repair a gun flawlessly, but it has like a it only gives a plus to your repair to install a mod.
Okay.
So different but the same as well. Similar to a doctor and a first aid kit.
I see.
What do we use to put a mod on a weapon? That's what, repair
Yes,
or science? Okay,
repair. Well, repair or science respective for the gun.
Sure. So just to put the rifle scope on.
Put a rifle scope on, you just need repair.
That's gonna be me.
Yeah.
You can either do it with repair, the gun cleaner kit to make sure that it goes smoothly, or at a workbench for a bonus. Or you can use the repair kit for a bonus.
How good are you at repairing?
I'm 95 skill points good at repairing.
I mean, you want to try to put it on?
Sure.
Hopefully you don't fuck it up, and if you do, we'll have to burn a gun repair kit so you can try to fix the gun.
I rolled a 70.
Okay, you've attached the scope to the rifle. What rifle did you put it on?
The cowboy repeater.
Okay, now the cowboy repeater has 10 more feet to its range. You also can now use the scope aim if you want to.
Alright. I'll have to read scope aim, I don't remember it, but looking at it now.
So, scope aim is just that you got a plus 15 to your effective range, with, half damage to if you hit a friend. Whereas aim, you do not hit a friend at all, but you don't get any range bonus.
Okay.
What kind of gun counts as a burst gun?
Anything that has the burst special trait.
Okay.
This is why I said I want you
Yeah.
to have the Master Doc 2.0, because the guns have been changed.
Yeah, we don't have anything yet with it.
You don't have anything that has a burst. Burst is like automatic fire.
Yeah.
I see. Okay.
So, for example, the mechanic would be, so you had a 10mm pistol, right? It has 9 shots total with a burst of 3. So when you burst with it, you shoot out your 3 bullets for one shot. So one burst is 3 bullets. So you would effectively be rolling 3d12 in terms of damage, spend 3 ammo, and then the gun would take 1 point of condition rating damage out of 20. As it goes down, it has a higher chance of jamming. When it jams, you have to spend a turn to reload.
I see.
Well, not a turn, so you gotta spend 2 AP to reload, but it's still kind of annoying. And if the gun gets too low, it will permanently break and you will not be able to repair it. So, like, if you were at, say, 1 and you bursted, it's broken. Cannot be repaired, cannot be checked, cannot be redone. Whatever mods on it are lost, cannot be regained. So you gotta, like, kind of manage it. I think there's 1 burst pistol. There's 1 burst energy weapon. There's 3 burst rifles. And every heavy weapons gun essentially is burst fire. Well, spray fire rather. Spray's a whole different thing. So, burst is like a set amount of rounds. Spray is just a random number per the bullet. So, minigun, you rev it up, it'll deal 40-12 damage. And for each round. And you do 2d20 rounds. So you could fire off, say, 16 damage, and you would spend maybe 10 rounds, 16 times 10. Does that make sense?
Ready to... Oh, yeah.
But you eventually make your... That's enough of me rambling. You eventually make it to your destination upon going into the bunker. You wish to go inside, alright?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think this might be one of those places you needed to go anyway.
Upon entering the bunker, make these lines more pronounced for you. Is the white okay? Or do you like the dots better?
Either way's fine.
Okay. Upon entering the bunker, the steel door opens up with a loud, rusty creak as you hear the radio go off a little bit on the outside, but as soon as you enter, it is silent, as you hear the lonesome hum of machinery and metal. As soon as you open up the door, the candles that are on the walls and on the ceiling from chandeliers instantly light up with a foom. You then hear the rapturous melody of a soft piano and organ accompaniment playing what appears to be choral songs off in the distance, just barely out of reach of ear, but just enough to be able to vaguely hear. The halls are dusted with brickwork and stone, completely out of this world. There are pots and urns and broken pillars all around you. The gravel that dusts the ground is that of very, very old. It looks like this entire area was almost like a ancient bunker itself, or like an ancient stronghold that was built in with a metal sarcophagus around it. As you enter from the door once again, on the inside is the symbol of the twin dragons in black. Underneath it is written the name Iron Sun.
Iron Sun?
Iron Sun.
Is this on your list of places you needed to go? Did you know where you needed to go?
No, not really. But
Okay.
it kind of makes me wonder if this is the skunk hideout.
Your eye instantly begins to feel somewhat heavy inside your head as a burning sensation begins to spark up as you hear inside your mind a voice. Very good, my friends. My deepest devotee, you are doing well. Discover thine history, thine theology, and bring your knowledge to fruition. Did you get all that?
Nope. This is a place we need to go. Yeah, I got it. Let's
All right. Well,
look around, I guess.
I mean, we don't know what you're looking for. You told us you see invisible shit, so
Oh, well,
lead the way.
all right.
You've entered the first balcony area. There are 2 pillars around you to the, oh, hold on. Before you go down the steps.
Oh.
Right, we're gonna go section by section, okay, so.
I thought you meant this area. I'm sorry.
So, as you walk in, you're on the balcony. As both sides rapture down to a stairway, there are 2 broken pillars that are next to you on either side.
Do you mean
I
down
wanna-
there, or you mean these squares right here?
The 2 pillars up here next to
Oh, I see them. Okay, I missed that.
you. Yeah, let's take a look at these.
You see there are some symbols on them.
Kind of reach up to wipe any dust away and kind of trace them to see if I can figure out what they are.
Yes, here is your first symbol. That is on the left pillar.
Hmm.
I rolled a 14 for history to see if it means anything to me. Or religion. They're both the same score, whichever one you think is the appropriate.
History in this context.
Okay. Yeah, a 14 if it means anything to me.
You barely passed. It is the alchemical symbol of iron.
Hey, Virgil?
Yep.
I got a alchemical symbol over here for iron.
That's weird.
You got any? Run over here and start looking.
There's another symbol over there. I'll pull it up for you real quick.
Mm-hmm.
History.
Eight and 8 is 16.
That is the alchemical symbol of the sun.
Iron sun. Mean anything to you?
Not at the moment. Think we should explore some more.
Okay. I look around the pillars some more. Do I see anything other than iron?
Where are you looking?
The pillar on the left.
You don't see anything but iron on it. However, it seemed like as it was made with the symbol of iron, you see there are some like not strings, there's lines that stretch out around it that flood up, but it is broken off at the top. Same with the sun.
Okay.
Hmm. I look out over the balcony.
One moment.
We should probably try to sneak around.
As you look over this balcony, Virgil, you see there is a desk with a singular chair, as well as appears some kind of gargoyle that is standing on like some kind of precipient that has like in its hand, it's like holding outstretched its hands. That looks like there's like kind of like a book propped up on it, which is just a fancy book prop, right? There's candles all around on the walls. As you look down, there are several what appear to be chambers, graded chambers, not like a jail cell, but just like graded chambers that they look more artistic than they do like function. And you can just see like there's candlelight with them. There's beds inside, as well as like, you know, some kind of table as like a crude open room kind of thing.
All right. I'm looking over the other side.
Roll me investigation.
It's like, I think, a 15. Yeah, 15. Pretty damn good for me.
So on your side, you see that there is multiple desks with all kinds of books scattered about. A couple of what appears to be robed figures that are kind of face down, as they look to be all skeletons that are resting, dead beyond their years, on these desks. The stale air creeping up from below as you go down each step to the middle area, where there appears to be a couple of pots of scrolls and a large stack of parchment paper. Down here.
All right. Well, I guess let's keep moving. Virgil, I'm counting on you to kind of lead the way. This is your thing.
Yeah.
I'm gonna look this stuff
Yeah.
over. While he does that,
Yeah.
I just kind of stand here as Overwatch, looking for anything that may appear. Playing with my new scope.
So, you see there's a bunch of like urns and pots that have different scrolls in them, as well as there's a table of parchment that is on that first level with a couple of quills that appear to be like there's each parchment has been lined up as if they're more so it's been multiple copies of the same thing, as if they're copying the scrolls themselves.
Mm. I will read a scroll.
You find on it, it is written in. It is written to say the formula for transmuting the will of iron. At the top, it gives a brief of iron bound by flame, washed in dawn, lifted by breath, tempted in salt, awakened by the sun, becomes more than metal. It becomes truth. It then lists out the steps for transmuting iron. Do you want to read those steps?
Sure.
Step 1. Heat the ferrin cube with sulfur and the phoenix until red hot. Allow the impurities to burn off of the iron, then will turn black, then gray. Draw the symbol of destruction for the egos of impurities. Phase 2. Dissolution. Add aqualuminous to a circular iron. Let it sit until the rising sun of 3 days. The iron dissolves and reflects back a black solution. It's called Negrodo Solis. 3. Coagulation. Mix the sulfur with an exposed liquid of Aris Vilte. The solution will begin to thicken and shimmer. A golden precipice forms in the bottom. It is the auric essence. Phase 4. Illumination. After the solution has been combined with the iron, add 1 drop of solar tincture, chanting the verbal solace, Fiant lux mollitalma, alap corpse illant sprintuma. Upon, if done correctly, a radiant reaction will occur. The vessel will then glow momentarily with solar light. Upon this, truth of spirit shall be revealed. Through the inhalation of its fumes, you shall find the 5th phase, crystallization of the mind. Cool and collect the residue of the sun-hued weightless metal, now called sun metal. This sun metal will now be exported for forging within the sun metal forges, for the purification of one's soul and spirit. Now dissolved of the impurities, all that is left is the crystallization of one's fears, burnt away by flame. Did you get all that?
That's a lot to get.
So copy those steps
I-
down your Pip-Boy, and
Or we can just take one of the copies with us since they copied so many of them. I mean,
Yep.
I'll copy it down in my Pip-Boy anyways, but still.
I'm gonna go look at that. We're gonna go look at whatever you saw over there, the desk and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So let's see where you're going. You're going down there. So you're going to the first room here.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, so we'll just start here, work our way up.
As you go to touch the iron bars, your hand begins to burn as the bars instantly ignite with a flame of orange fire as it burns red hot, steaming within the iron crypt as you can smell brimstone and sulfur.
Oof.
Huh, okay.
You hear in your mind as you get a painful headache. Thou hast not completed the rite of iron.
Alright, what are we doing here, Virgil?
Let's go inspect this area.
You find a desk with a bit of blotches of blood on it, as well as a center candle piece and what appears to be very moldy stale bread that is formed from. The mold has died off since and is now just husks, and the bread is turned to hardtack. And you brush away the thick layer of dust that is 2 inches thick from it, as there's the desk, a old rusty metal chair, and the gargoyle that is holding a book.
Okay, I would like to look at the book.
The book itself kind of details the same thing that the previous thing did. However, the book is more so a notebook, as it lists the formula of solus ferrum transmuter, basically transmutation, and it goes into the material prime for this, meaning that alchemically what it's saying is that this is the refined version of it.
So take that notebook.
Yeah, we'll take that notebook.
Okay.
Let's go check around the other side.
Well, what about straight down?
Oh, yeah, there's a room there.
I'm gonna post this for you to see, so I don't have to. Okay, now you have that there. Where did you go? Over there. Okay. So, Virgil, you come down here to see there are more pots of multiple different kinds of scrolls, as well as there is mounted on a wall a torch that as soon as you get close to it, it lights up.
Oof. Okay.
Interestingly, the flame flickers in a way where it sways, and as you move past it, the flame doesn't sway like a normal flame, right? It stands still, only going up, and as you move, it bends in your direction and follows your direction before you exit through the door to back and flicker again like a normal flame.
That's weird.
You enter into a large room with multiple beds in it, a large stack or pile of books over here, with a even larger case of books, all stacking in different rows. Some multiple of are the alchemical signs of each element, multiple signs of alchemy, multiple stages of it, like the encyclopedias of just multiple alchemical knowledge journals, books, tomes, and such forth. What you mainly find is that's all in the pile. On the shelf, you see the Knight of Servolnos, the Creed of Eleanor, the Scribe Vonderon, Captain of the Third Guard. You see all these almost like storybooks of different, what appear to be like knights and orders and creeds and different kinds of groups and people, scribes, different kinds of like historical events maybe. And you also see there is like different books of spiritual theology, theology of the spirit, theology of iron, theology of sulfur, coal, the sun, Mercury, stories of grand faith, faith within blood and steel. It looks almost like a religious, almost like a church library, like a very old Catholic church library. You know what I mean? Maybe not. And then you see there's a large bin of like parchment and spare ink bottles and quills and all kinds of things.
Right. Let's go explore the other side now. I'm curious about this area.
You come to three desks. The three desks that are in front of you all have them black-robed figures that are long dead now, each of them having what appears to be multiple scarves and ecclesiarchal scripts and ribbons placed on them. What you also find is that the parchment that they were writing on is from Latin to what appears to be English, in the sense that they're transpositioning the language between the two, and you can see it's almost like they're deciphering stories as you flip through a few of them. Some are stories of a knight. There's a story of Knight Kremko, Kremko who slayed the dragon of meddling gears filled with steam of iron as he slayed down with a masterful sword cut of sulfur silver that etched its way through the very fabric of the beast, melting it to the core. Fantasy stories that have weird machinery in them. And if you want to know more, roll me a religion check.
Alright. That's a D20. 17 plus 3 is 20.
These stories are allegorical, and they're theological, allegorical, and metaphorical. The story that you just read, you decipher it to being one of resistance of technology, of the dragon being a fearsome beast that is coming in, of technological improvisation upon which all mystical science remains, cutting through and slicing it to ribbons. You then see another story that's of theological nature, seeing of the faith to purify one's spirit of the charcoal below, to then rise its fires, igniting it, and giving you more of a metaphorical and theological take on just cleaning oneself of mental shit, mental impurities. And then there's another one, another story that goes into the scribe of Dunthker. The scribe of Dunthker just kind of relays like multiple history accounts and everything, and as the history goes on, it gets more and more sloppy until eventually it is illegible. And as you read the story going with it, that he is punished by death because it was solely his job to record the history. Now that it is so sloppy and unreadable, history has now been scrubbed from time. Therefore, they will never know, and that is a sin punishable by death. To erase history is to erase the sins of the past. Thus, some will be repeated, and thus you have doomed the future.
I see.
Leading to present and future death. But there's hundreds of these papers and stories that go into them.
Right. Alright, let's go explore down here then.
As soon as you get down there, you are stopped. As your mind, immediately as you take one step on the stairs, you black out for a moment and reawaken as you're at the top of the stairs again.
Well, that's not cool.
Lena, you were able to step down the stairs just fine. As you go down there, Lena, you see etched into the ground appears to be some kind of large-scale pentagram of sorts that is shining with light above, as you see stained glass crystal that is shining down as the sun circles around and shimmers on the ground, as well as a goblet that is having a white flame in it that is constantly burning. Around it appears to be some kind of marble divider that keeps you from, like, reaching over it.
Then I will investigate this table.
As you investigate that table, you see there is multiple candles, a dish of wax, and a couple of stamps. It appears to be either some kind of insignia station, but you also see that there appears to be a slot, almost like grooves, equal to that of what would be a hand worn into the wood.
I place my hand in the groove.
Roll me a religion check.
Four plus 3 is 7.
You don't see anything happen. Nothing happens for you. All that you feel is a slight little twinge of sparks and embers around like your eye, as if like your eyebrows got singed a little bit, but you don't feel anything else.
I try to walk down the stairs again.
As you try to walk down the stairs again, immediately your hand heats up with a burning sensation as you realize there is hot molten wax on your hand, completely covering the bottom of it.
Ow.
Do you try to wipe it off?
Yes.
Okay. Roll me sleight of hand.
4 plus 10 is 14.
It peels the skin off.
Oh.
You're gonna have a fleshy, bloody hand. At least the bottom of it, anyways. Your palm and inside of your fingers. And as it begins to bleed, you see it open up as more wax begins to form between the tendons and muscles, filling in where your skin once was, as you see in your eye that a symbol begins to appear inside your hand to that of a singular dragon wrapped around itself, eating its tail. Within the center middle of it is that of the symbol of a sun and iron that begins to burn red hot as it begins to melt through your hand, and you see the skeletal bones of yourself begin to fade away. All this to say is it's an illusion to yourself that you think is reality, as I assume now you'd be screaming in pain.
Oh yes, very much.
So Sven and Lena, you hear him screaming in pain, holding on to his hand, as to him, he now sees a skeletal hand in front of him that his flesh is literally melting from his bones. And to you, you just see him clutching his hand, screaming. Nothing visibly is wrong with his hand.
Here we go again. Maybe he's got it figured out. I don't know.
Can I slap him?
Sure.
Sure.
I bitch slap him.
Okay, you've been bitch slapped. Roll me another religion check, Virgil.
16 plus 3, 19.
You wake up from your stupor as you realize your hand is completely fine. The burning sensation fades away, and so does the symbol of a snake eating its tail with the transmuted symbol of iron and sun upon your hand. It all fades away. Your hand is completely fine. You feel it, touch it. It's cool, normal, a little bit clammy from the sweat.
I pat Lane on the shoulder. Thank you very much.
What the hell was that?
No clue. I touched the thing. I probably shouldn't have touched it.
Can we go down the stairs now and look at this shit and see what we can do?
I try to go downstairs again.
As you attempt to go downstairs again, you feel as if something's watching you. Something is about to reach out and touch you from behind, and then, as you take one step down, the fading disappears completely as you walk down the steps.
Oh, that's creepy as fuck.
As you get to the bottom, you see the spectral gram of the pentagram just circling and swaying in the shimmering light of the sun, with a goblet, a very large goblet, that is burning of a white flame that is surrounded by pristine marble. Behind it is a large scale mural etched into stone, and the stone itself is decorated with more stone. So it's like they etched the stone out and then placed like hard granite or marble or hard sandstone into it and then colored the sandstone and stuff, like painted over it. But you can tell like it's been first sculpted by stone, then they painted over it and filled it in with other stone and jewels and stuff. You know what I mean?
Right. Like embellishments.
Yeah. A very highly embellished artwork. Let me get you the image. If I can ever find the fucking image in my goddamn slew of 1,000 images. Sorry. It isn't the same words, but this'll do for now. Kind of like that, if that makes sense.
Oh.
Obviously,
Okay.
no, obviously not Nicholas, but there is. I will type out the words that is etched into it. Make sure that I'm typing this correctly, because a lot of this is important. And just one moment, if you're willing to wait.
Yeah, man, no
Oh,
worries.
yeah.
Speak amongst yourselves if you wish.
So Virgil, you figuring out what you need to do here?
I think it wants me to make metal.
We'll make you some metal. What are we waiting on? What do you need us to do?
What's that got to
I
do with
don't.
you hollering and screaming?
I have no idea.
Okay.
Also, I don't know if we have the materials and stuff. Also, it seems like it's gonna take like 40 days to make the metal. I don't think we want to be here that long.
Now I'll probably get hungry. That's a long time.
So I wonder if there's an egg nearby.
One that's already been made and just left here.
Yeah.
Could be.
So place the purify.
Okay, so, Night Yoga Temp. Written on it is Seek the call, hold thine blood to boil your pain. Yearn for its call, yearn for its hold to steal your sins. Enter the tulip of one's heart till the flower sheds its thorns. Now rise, and you shall be born again with the egg of knowledge.
I think I need to bleed into the chalice.
Okay.
Wanna, knowledge check that first, or
Yeah.
Yes, I do.
history?
What is that? History?
Or, well, depends. History would give you the riddle, speak of it, and religion would give you the more alchemical, religious side of it.
Shit. My
Which
religion
do
is
you-
less than my history.
Then roll your history.
Yeah. 8 and 8 is 16.
I will type out the interpretation for you. So, the interpretation that you got from your history. Seek out your weakness and seal your pact with blood. Do so in earnestness, and that you want of your own. Don't do this because you feel forced. Grow the self you wish to become, and seek out your transmutation. After all is done, you will have the discipline of knowledge like a young egg waiting to hatch.
Hmm. Okay, so maybe I was wrong.
Well, no, seek out your weakness, then seal your pact with blood. So what is your
I'm
weakness?
curious. I want to feel if the flame is hot, but not actually touch it.
Okay. You approach the flame. You cannot get close enough to touch if it is... So, you can get close to it to touch it, right? But you will have to... Where your hand is and where you reach over, it does not get close enough to feel the warmth of it. Instead, you will have to fully reach over with your body and lunge your hand into it to feel if it is hot or not.
Okay.
Do you still choose to do so?
Yes.
As you reach your hand over, it's a cold flame. It feels cool to you, not hot at all. It whisks past your hand.
Okay, I withdraw. Guys, this flame is cold.
Put my hand up towards it.
As you put your hand towards it, you feel a warmth begin to approach your hand, and you feel a searing, not searing pain, you feel heat coming from it, and then you're about to almost draw away, you feel the cold wash over your hand. Just before your mind took grass to draw your hand away with fear. It is a cool flame to the touch, like ice. Not like sharp, cold ice, like a, ooh, that's like cold water in a pool, right?
Mm.
On a hot day.
I mean, you're going to have to tell me what we need to do here, man. So seek out your weakness. What is your weakness?
I have so many weaknesses. No clue. I was never good with riddles.
Maybe your weakness is what you don't know.
That makes a lot of sense.
I don't know how to use that.
Let's look around. Is there anything in this area?
Before we continue, do you all wish to keep going?
Honestly, I'm struggling.
Okay.
Okay.
We can call it.
I will end things here then.